It's the best freedom to be on stage performing. It's like taking flight. Here at Norfolk Academy, I'm the dance master. That's my title. One of my goals when I first came here was to make dance an integral part of life. And so I've made dance a corporate part of the whole lifestyle of the school. I teach grades 1 through 12, creative dance, classical ballet, modern dance, hip hop, ballroom, musical theater. I'm also the wellness coach for some adults here. I do private lessons. I'm the pliability coach for every team on campus. I think for the children's point of view, to see a dance teacher and a football coach together in the same room, communicating for the same thing says a lot about education. You see a leap on stage, it takes hours of practice. How can I make that leap apply to your track team? As a little kid, I always loved dancing. I loved moving. And I remember my parents, whenever guests would come over, they'd say, "Junior, come out, show them the latest dance," whatever. So dance was always a part of my life, but more as a hobby kind of thing. I didn't know that you could dance professionally. Somewhere during my late teens, early 20s, I had an epiphany. I'd heard these elderly people say, if I could do it all over again, I wish I could have done this. And I said, I don't ever want to say I wish I had done. What do you really want to do? You should really go to New York. And the first time I did it, they said to me, "You're really, really good, but you need some ballet class. You have no technique." So, okay, I went home and studied for 2 years, take as many ballet classes as I can and get ready, which paid off. My second audition, I made it. One thing my parents gave me was a good work ethic. They weren't like college professors. There's regular people who say, you gotta do your very best. You're gonna do your best, be the best garbage man, be the very best at it. If rehearsal finished at 12, I was gonna go back at 2 more and really work on it. And I found that it had benefits. And the benefits were that you became more acute with your technique, but also sharper, more confident. From that kind of consistency, Alvin Ailey knew that I wanted it. I could depend on me. And became a principal dancer within a year, which is unheard of. And they worked me incredibly. I mean, I was rehearsing all night and all day to put my standard up to the level. Now, it wasn't fun, but it was good. Because I realized as principal dancer, you're representing the company. You're not just the person in the back. You're the person who is like the brand name. What was always exciting was every season I got a new part. But then you sort of get typecast. And then suddenly it wasn't exciting anymore. Give that to Elbert, he can do that. And I thought, what? That means I didn't have to work for it. I felt like time was going by and I was like locked. So I went to a place called New York Conservatory. This Russian teacher, he saw me totally different, which was great. Then I left there, went to Germany, and he saw me totally different, which was great. So I would be in all these parts I wouldn't normally do. The company in Germany was very unique in that you had a ballet company that was separate from the theater and opera. That particular theater decided that they wanted to get rid of the ballet company and only have the opera only. I decided to come home. I was here for about a year and a half waiting, and in that time I was teaching at the Richmond Dance Center and then one at Norfolk Academy summer camp. And when the letter finally came for me to go back to Germany, I realized I was a different person. I really liked teaching children. Dancing can be a very sort of self-absorbed kind of career because you're really working on your body and yourself personally, and suddenly I was giving back to children. And that was an exciting thing for me. So then I told myself, if you go back to Germany, you want to be a dancer only. But what about the teaching part? What about the choreography part? What about the directing part? So I decided not to go back. So that's how I wound up in Norfolk. When I have a person in class and they have like no idea about what to do, me trying to find that way to communicate does a lot for me. And everybody's different. And we come from different backgrounds. I mean, some people are more visual learners, some are much more images, whatever. Once they get it, I've empowered them. You become a role model, and with that comes responsibility. Do you do what you say you do? Are you a person with integrity? Are you going to do that? And they sort of expect something from you. They expect if I do something, they expect a certain quality. Just teaching the good students is not it. It's the ones who are like introverted, who just it's raw material, and all they need is somebody to say, you can do it. I think I was just sort of awkward. I always loved reading. You know, I'm the kind of guy who would sit up in the tree and watch birds. Or we'll be catching bugs all day. I told myself every day I see something beautiful, I'll learn something new. It keeps life fresh and exciting. There used to be an old guy at my church. He said, when you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you die and fall off the tree. Dance to me has been my identity. It's my purpose. I always tell people, once you find your purpose, life is great. You know, I'm doing what I love doing and getting paid for it, and my life is an adventure. When it's time to move on, I'll do something serving somebody somewhere. I always know when the season's over. That much I do know.